Hi, John Arenas here. I've had some conversations recently about mag release button tuning and thought I would make this video to explain how I tune my mag release buttons. Alright, so the first thing is to watch the distance that button is from the grip. I've shaved that off quite a bit actually, so the button sits pretty darn close to the grip. The worst part about this is you have to watch out that you pick a particular brand of button that has a deeply threaded hole, and I don't know what that is, but there are some out there that have deeper threaded holes than others, so you can Dremel a bunch of that off and get that thing sitting pretty close to the grip, so you can see it's very close. Second thing is don't make the mag button any bigger than it is. Besides extending it back, it's not actually physically any bigger around. I see a lot of big mag buttons, and nobody's taken the time to shape them or anything. This thing is shaped just right, and as you can see, it's shaped at an angle. So when I have my strong hand gripped here, it's pretty darn close to my finger, and it's angled down. This down angle makes it so that when I grip with my support hand, I grip pretty firmly, very firmly as a matter of fact, and you can see that when I take my hand away, you can see the button, not the button, but the grip screw makes an indentation right here, so I'm pushing pretty hard right there. So if that mag button comes up into very close to this grip screw, it's going to get pressed, and that angle down prevents that. So I can grip very tightly, and I can sort of feel the corner of that mag button just barely touching right in, like this part of my hand right here. I don't know if that's a mark from that, but you can feel in there. But that's where I'm not having any pressure to release that button. So between the angle and the distance from the grip, I'm not very likely to accidentally hit the button. The other thing that angle does is allows me to drop the mag release by not consciously reaching for the button. All I do is take my finger off of the safety and make a grip and squeeze, and that releases the mag. So as you can see, I'm hitting hitting that button with a pretty good angle right on the edge of my thumb. It's because I'm not actually pushing a button. In my mind, all I'm doing is just squeezing, and the mag goes. And it goes quickly and doesn't take a whole lot of pressure because that's tuned very close. And the reason you can tune it very close to the grip is because if you really notice how the action works, the release happens very early in the travel of the button. When that button travels maybe a third of its distance or a quarter of its distance, the mag releases. So it really doesn't take very much travel at all. So all the remainder of that travel, all the rest of this, is all wasted. So you might as well have that button very close so it doesn't stick out too far and get hit accidentally. And finally, one thing that I don't do is to cut any coils off of the spring in an attempt to make it easier to press. You know, while you're in dry fire, it seems like it's hard to press, and you're tempted to cut some coils off the spring. During a match, I've never noticed that it's difficult to press. All that would do is make it more likely to accidentally press the button. Hopefully this video has been informative and will help you to be able to tune your mag release buttons for optimum match performance.